There's 7 principles of investing that I came up with that I think are important for you to know and think about. Write these down, take some notes, because these will be valuable if you're looking or already investing in the market. Number 1, don't try and time the market. You might be right today, you're going to be wrong tomorrow. It's inevitable. You may have a hunch, you may have a belief, but eventually you're going to be wrong. Timing the market, you're better off just getting in and riding it and making some shifts as the market shifts, but don't try and predict the market. Number 2, never try and time the market to go down. It's a loser's gamble. If you're wrong and the market goes up when you thought it was going to go down, you're going to be even more convinced that it's going to go down, and you're going to lock in, you're going to plant your heels and say, no, this market is overvalued and it's going to go down eventually, but you might miss a year, 2 years, 5 years of growth, and going down might just get you back to where you were, if that. And so being wrong about the market going down is extremely costly to your investment. If you say, oh, the market's going to go up, and you're wrong, eventually you're going to be right. And you might have just missed it and lost a year or two if there's a crash or a correction. But you're going to be right. You can stick with that belief system that the market's going up, because it always does. It's similar to a saying I heard of Pascal's wager. Pascal's wager was should you believe in God, should you go to church or not? And the argument was, if you believe in God and you're wrong, then what have you done? You wasted some time going to church, you've been a better human, and that's the cost. But if you don't believe in God and you're wrong, the cost is eternal damnation. You now have to suffer the consequences of being wrong for eternity. You don't want to do that. Therefore, believe in God because it makes the most sense. And the risk benefit is worth it. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. The same principle goes here. Don't bet against the market, because it's going to go up. It's going to go up over time. And that's our third principle. The market is rigged. It's going to go up. It's going to go up and up and up. It just takes time. It might crash. It might go up and down. It'll be volatile. It'll be a roller coaster. But this is a roller coaster that's going to go up over time. Look at it over the past 100 years. It goes up. It keeps going up. That's why people invest in it. People are putting money betting it's going up. They aren't putting money betting it's going to crash to nothing, because then they lose all their money. It's going up. Bet with the market. Number 4, double down on a 2-year low. What that means is when we see the market go up and down, it doesn't matter when you invest. You've got 3/4 of the time, if you wait a year, you're going to be better off. There's going to be good years, bad years, but 3/4 of the time, roughly, you're going to have more money a year from now than you did today. But when the market takes a little dip, same probability. 68, 69, 75%. You're somewhere in that range of the probability that you're going to have a positive year in the next year. But once the market hits a 2-year low, where it says, hey, it's crashed down to where it was 2 years ago, now you start doubling down. You start putting extra money in besides your normal dollar cost averaging every month. You say, hey, we got a little bit extra here. Let's put that extra $5,000 to work. Because now you've got an 80% chance that a year from now it's going to be better. Once it gets to a 5-year low, we've never had it go another year negative after that. So somewhere between 2 years and 5 years, you need to be plowing in as much money as you can possibly get. Beg, borrow, steal the money, get it in the market, as long as you've got at least a year or more to wait on this money to grow. Principle number 5, risk tolerance is not risk capacity. They are different. Risk tolerance is a mental state. How much can I tolerate the market going down? Risk on the upside is a good thing, right? We enjoy it when it just surprises us on the upside. But risk tolerance on the downside is how much can we tolerate losing. Risk capacity is how much can our financial situation tolerate losing. Now you might be risk tolerant. You say, you know what, I don't care what happens, it's going up and down. But maybe you're at retirement, maybe you don't have enough saved, and your financial positioning says, hey, we do not have the risk capacity to handle these losses, even if you mentally do. Vice versa is true. You might be completely risk averse. I don't want to have any risk. I don't like it going down. But you may have more than enough money or time that you can weather these storms, and you should be investing a little on that edge of risk tolerance, just to say you're going to be better off financially by taking a little more risk now. You're actually in a safer position long term. Number 6, invest early, invest often. When you're young, start dollar cost averaging, putting in every month into your 401k, an IRA, a Roth, whatever it is. Start saving young. It doesn't have to be big, just start saving. Compound interest plays in your favor over time. When your account finally gets to the same value as your salary, or 2 times your salary, or 5 times your salary, your investments are working harder than you are every year at that point, and you are just, it's a snowball effect. It's compound interest. Albert Einstein said it's the 8th wonder of the world, compound interest. It's amazing. Get it working for you. Invest early and often. Number 7, one of my favorite sayings that I coined: cash is king, but cash flow is queen. Cash is king. You can go purchase things day to day. Cash flow is a queen. You have to have money year over year. That's where the queen comes involved. The king can make the day-to-day decisions, but the queen's got to keep the castle in order. You've got to have a king and a queen to have a good castle. Your cash and your cash flow. They're both important, and you need to not overlook either one of them. But a lot of people overlook that cash flow. They say, oh, I got the money, I'm going to go do this. But they don't realize they don't have the cash flow set up for the future. These are the 7 principles of investing I've come up with, and I hope you've enjoyed it. They're valuable, they're little nuggets, and hopefully they've been simple enough for you to implement in your life. And remember, I'm Justin Struble. I'm not a broker, I'm a fixer.